Hello, it's Taylor Glass from Glamp Launch, and I'm here today as one of the directors of GITA, and I'm with Derry Green from the Secret Garden Glamping. Derry, tell us a little bit about yourself and why we are actually here today at the summit.
Yeah, so I'm the owner of the Secret Garden Glamping. Came to the industry 6 years ago now, all on my own. Never been part of glamping before, kind of fell into it. And what I realised is, it is quite lonely being in the glamping industry when you kind of sat there on your own. And what I really enjoyed was the glamping show every year. Got to meet other people, chat to people, that sort of stuff. When it came to the trade association, I got in contact with John, and we realised, we're all this big, huge community, and there's no single voice. Everybody's doing their own things independently, and we needed some way to, not only to elevate standards in the glamping industry, but also, like we've been talking about today, is speaking to central government on topics that affect the glamping industry. And that's really what we're here for, bringing everybody together and getting that point across when we need to.
Yeah. And where do you see GITA being in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years' time? What is the vision? Where are we trying to actually drive this trade association towards?
So in the next few years, ultimately, we want to be in a position where we can influence any changes that are coming down the line. We've seen it a lot over the past couple of years, and it's only going in one direction. There's more regulation. Glamping is still relatively new. In fact, me and Ash have just been talking about it. When you look at health and safety, fire regulations, gas safety, all these things aren't really relevant to glamping specifically when you look at the legislation, when you look at the documentation that you need. You've got kind of camping and you've got hotels. And we're in the middle. So a lot of the stuff that we do is kind of all a bit woolly, it's outside of that thing. So what we want to try and do is have specific information on what we need to do as site owners. That elevates everybody. If there's one bad apple in the glamping industry, it brings everybody down. And all we want is more people to come glamping. We don't want them staying in hotels, we want them to come and be outside like we are today.
And we're not just here for the site owners, we're also here for the guests that stay in the unit as well, because the more that we can elevate the sites themselves, the better it is for the industry as a whole.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody talks about this, it's an experiential market now, and that is ultimately what we're here to do. We're trying to create the best experience we can for the guests. That includes all of the safety of the guests, but also what we're offering the guests. And now within the industry, we've got loads of different partners displaying different things today. All these things can help elevate your brand, and like I say, ultimately, we're not in competition with each other. We're in competition with the Travelodge, the Premier Inn, the Hilton. That's who we're going after. And as an individual, it's really difficult. Even me, with the audience that we have, it's still difficult to take on the big boys because they've got unlimited amounts of money. Now, we're all small individual owner-operators, and I think together we have got a big voice, and that's what we need to shout about.
For anyone that's watching this that owns a glamping site and is interested in becoming part of GITA, what would you say to these site owners?
It's something that is absolutely beneficial to be part of. Whether you're starting off or whether you're a seasoned pro, it doesn't really matter. When I came to the industry, I tried to search for things, I tried to find stuff out. It's really difficult. I ended up doing my own stuff. If you're coming new to the industry, the benefits are just off the charts. The information that we talk about, and everybody will talk about it. But then as a site owner, again, if you've been doing it for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and you want to try and have that community around you to, if you need some help, who do you phone? What do you need to do? And the benefits, they're literally on a board there that show, the amount that you get. It's over £3,000 worth of benefits just on the initial thing, let alone everything that we're doing with government and legislation. So yeah, absolutely be part of it.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Derry.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay.